All right guys, thank you for choosing RTC Mobile, real-time communications. Okay, for you guys that have the Hughes HT2000W modem, this is going to be a pretty cool device. It's going to be a modem and a router at the same time. Okay, with the other ones you had a modem and a router. In this case, this is going to be the modem that could be inside. In most cases, a lot of our customers have RVs. This would be inside your RV, and then you would have your coax cable running from your RV outside connected to your dish. Okay, what you see right here is a complete setup. It should give you a pretty good idea how to set it up. It's already included in the video. Some of the parts are already going to be pre-assembled for you. In case you don't have a tablet, you can also use a smartphone or a laptop, and you can bring it outside as you're pointing the dish. So this is one of the Hughes devices. Okay, so we're going to input our password. All right, and I just went show password so I can see what I'm doing. Connect. Obtaining IP address. Connected. Okay, and I'm going home. Open up a browser. All right, and I'm trying to go to 192.168.0.1. 192.168.0.1. Go, and that takes me in the box. What we need to do for you guys that just arrived on location, you want to go ahead and get your internet running. Let's go ahead and go to the little I. Installation. We're going to click on install. Okay, and we're going to reinstall. Are you sure you want to reinstall the terminal? Yes, we are. Okay. Okay, so this is our position. You want to make sure you choose the format that the GUI is requesting. And here, it's already given me the right one. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to the Hughes information. Latitude, longitude. So the top one is north, the bottom one is west. And let's go ahead and submit. Okay, what I want you to focus on is the azimuth, 180. Those of course are my numbers. Depending on where you are in the country, your azimuth is going to be different. Elevation for me is 52 point numbers. Antenna tilt 3.544. Okay, for my specific location here in Texas, uplink pole is left hand, which is L, and I'll show you later the difference between L and R. Sometimes you'll get L left hand, sometimes you'll get right. You want to pay attention to that one, and then beam selected, ignore that one. Again, I'm already pointed, so my current signal is a 90. The tree is moving a little bit, so I did get it 100 earlier. One of the things that I want to start out with you is going to be the left hand. For my location, it's going to require left hand, which is L here and L here, completely on the opposite side. Okay, let's say for you, the software is requiring right hand. This is what you would do. You would want to take these off. Okay, for my location is left. Here's an L and here's an L. Here's my arrow and here's my arrow. So that was already correct. But let's say for your location is requiring right hand, you want your arrows to go to the R. It's really small, it's right here on the top. So what you would do, you would go from left to the R. So now your arrow is on the R instead of the L. Okay, and I'm not gonna put it because I'm not right-handed for my location, so I'm gonna put it back to the L. But if you were right, your arrow would be on the top. I am left-handed for my location. Let's go ahead and put it back the way it was. Coax cable is connected over here where it belongs. And most of the phone calls that we get, or at least a good amount, have to do with the right hand and left hand situation. So this should be able to clear it up. And again, if you don't understand, give us a phone call, text us, or you may even be able to reply back to me on the YouTube video. Okay, that should be snug and secured. These are already snug and secured. Okay. Okay, what you see right here is these rods. They're gonna go right here. Some of the pieces are already gonna be pre-installed and already set up from whenever they're gonna get shipped to you. So as long as you're sure that all of these are secure and snug, you should be okay. This dish right now, I have a signal. It's pointed almost due south. Okay, we have water ballast right here. We normally recommend it completely full. You don't have to use this. You can always use something else. As long as you have enough weight that'll protect your tripod and everything from flying over. There's a lot of cases where customers can run into high winds, and you really want to be careful with those things. Okay, on the height of the tripod is really going to be your call. I usually try to recommend to try to keep it as low to the ground as possible. If you have it too high up, you run the risk of winds tilting it over, even if you do have enough water or another counterweight on there. Okay, we're going to be working a little bit backwards since we're already pointed. Okay, so we got the left hand out the way. We're going to work on the azimuth 180. For this location, that's almost going to be about due south. I'm already basically due south as we speak. Let's move over to elevation. That's going to be 52.239. You want to make sure this one stays put because that'll prevent your dish from falling. Loosen this one. I normally like to take this one off because you want to watch your scratch right here and match it to the elevation. You have 10 over here, you have 90 over here, and it's requiring me 52 something, so I'm basically 50, 51, 52. I'm close enough, which is giving me a signal. And so what you want to do is you can either go clockwise or clockwise. I don't want to move it too much so I won't lose a signal. But you're going to want it to either come down or up so your elevation will match according to what the GUI is requiring from you. Okay, the antenna tilt, that's also going to be one of the big questions that usually come in. 3.544. Really, you want to focus mainly on the 3. Okay, and that's going to refer to, and this one we are going to need the camera to focus, 3.5. And note, it's going to be positive 3.5 and not negative. So if we can focus down here, you'll see the 0. and it'll come all the way to 90, and these are negatives. And then you have from 0, 10 all the way to 90, and that's positive. In this case, it's wanting positive 3.5. It's a little bit hard to see. You want to make sure you go obviously on the positive side. Don't come over to the negative side. Let me grab a tool, might be a little bit more helpful. Okay, so you want to come on this side. An example, let's say it requires positive 20, then yeah, you want to come all the way to 20, or negative 20, you'd come all the way to this side. In order to move the tilt, this is a pretty neat tool. It helps me to be able to move freely in here. The size that I'm using here is 13 millimeter gear wrench. Okay, just an example of what I'm doing. The ones that I loosened up, these 3 nuts, this is the tilt. That's 0, that's negative 10, that's positive 10. And I'm gonna go back to 3.5 positive, which is gonna be right about there. Again, that's for my location in East Texas. Let's go ahead and tighten it up. All right, let's see what signal we have at the moment. Okay, we're about, the highest signal we've gotten is 100. We currently have a 93. Now, please note, when you first are setting this up at a location, you're probably gonna be at about a 15 on the current, or a 20 or a 25. As soon as you get maybe about a 32 or so, that's going to be a signal already. You're actually talking to the right satellite. But you're going to want to keep on going until you're way in the 80s, 90s, 100, maybe 110, 120. You want to get your max always. Okay? And let's say you're pointing the dish and you're at a 15 or 20, and then all of a sudden this jumps up to like 50 or 70. You want to go back to wherever, because that means that you already saw the satellite, and so you want to go back. That tells you, whoa, wait, you hit the satellite, but maybe you're already to the left or to the right, so you're already in the right path. On the movement of the dish from left to right, now I'm going to lose signal on purpose for demonstration purposes only. You can move the dish. Okay, due south is going to be right there. Okay, you can go that way. In most cases, you don't have to swing too much. As long as you're close to due south, you should be able to find your satellite fairly close. Okay. And also, what you can do here, I'm going to lose signal on purpose. That way you can see my screen. Okay, you see that? That's a 20. No signal. I'm moving it to the right. Moving it to the right. Okay. Okay, what I'm going to do right there is once you get a signal in the green, here, let's go ahead and knock it off again. See, that's 74. 20. You see how it changes color? Okay. See 58, that's already in the green. Let's keep on pulling the dish with my right hand. That's a 92. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and leave it there. What I'm gonna do, okay, once you have a signal, you can go ahead and tighten these up. So we have these set. The elevation, I'm not gonna move it anymore, which is up or down. Therefore, you can go ahead and put this back. That way you can secure that portion. You can secure this one. And then you can bring this one down. Okay, also one of the things you can do, you want to fine tune your signal. Okay, we have a 92. And I'm going to try to move this one a little bit. Okay, I think we're going to leave it right there. Everything is snug. One of the things you want to notice is the bubble I have here. I don't know how well you can see it, but you want to have it as close in the ring as possible. You want to make sure before you begin any type of, as you're pointing the dish, you want to make sure this part right here is completely snug. You want to do your very, very best right here, because this is going to be the base for your whole dish. Because if this plate moves, that's going to throw off your signal. It don't matter if you're on location for one day or a month, you always want to make sure everything is snug, because even if you're on location for a day, if something moves, it's going to throw you off the internet. Okay, our current signal is a 93. The highest we got was 102. We're going to focus on what we currently have right now. Go ahead and go next, which is the blue icon. Okay, so ranging is in progress. We're waiting for registration, associating with network. So let's stand by for it to finish its ranging. Okay, installation complete.